Hello, friends. It's Kendra from kendrasbooknook.com with Usborne Books and More. And I am so excited because it is time for our summer reading challenge. So there were several of you signed up for this month, and I just wanted to kind of go over a couple of things and encourage you. Thank you so much, because in the end, oh my goodness, when the UPS man pulls into your driveway, it's going to be like, wow, so exciting, because you're going to have books of your very own. First of all, I've sent each one of you a package in the mail. You may have received it or you will be receiving it shortly, but it should look something like this. Catalog with this scrumptious title, Books Are Not an Escape from Life, but a Shortcut to a Better One. And I just really love that, because I've always been a firm believer that if you can learn to read, you can learn anything. So that is my motto in life when it comes to reading and falling in love with reading. Not just reading to a group, but reading because you love to do it. So, Shortcut to a Better Life, which is awesome. There's going to be some literature in here for your moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas. What I would like is this third page that has all the information. Click, just send this off to me at 907-347-8110. And then I will have this. This is your information and kind of like a permission slip. Then there's going to be a sheet of paper in here, one for each child. Use that one, or you can use this one. And what this is just a way for you to do your tracking, to keep track and color it in for every 20 minutes of reading that you've done. So there's a few ways that you can do this. You can either do 400 minutes, do it over a month. You can do 200 minutes over 2 weeks. You can kind of tailor it for what will work best for your family. And this is a pledge challenge. So then what you're going to do is get different people, friends, families, grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles, anybody who has invested and has wanted to invest in your children's lives, get pledges from them, and that dollar for dollar comes back to your children as books. And a lot of Usborne books are less than 65% of them are less than $10, so we can really get a lot of books. So this is very, very exciting. Thank you so much, and be expecting that in the mail. So now, one of the things that I wanted you to be thinking about is ways that you could get pledges. And it's really like, oh, some people are like, oh, well, I don't really want to ask anybody for any money, and fundraisers during the school year, and oh, I feel bad doing that. And I get that. I completely understand. But I will tell you two things. The first thing is, if I had a little child come to me and ask me to give a flat $10 pledge, publishing good reading habits during the summer, I would be like, well, where do I sign? So it's investing into a child. And I don't know very many people who wouldn't be willing to do that. In fact, I want you to know that just because you've signed up to do my summer reading challenge, I am going to be the first person to do a $10 pledge for your child, because I think it is worth it. So you can just go ahead and mark me down for the first line. And I'm happy to do it. I'm proud to do it. So anyway, that's kind of like what Owen looked like tonight in his little picture announcing that he's going to be a big brother. It's so cute. But that's the way I feel. And I honestly think that that's the way a lot of people are going to feel. Okay, so let's get to how you can do some of these pledges. So the first thing that I was thinking is a 10-10 challenge. like I said, I'll go first. I'll be the first person to pledge $10 to your child. And if you could just go for 10 people and ask them to pledge $10, it could be a flat fee. That to me, I think is the easiest, or a dime per minute. You can ask them to do a flat $10, a flat $20 at the end of the challenge. You can ask them to do, $1 per 20 minutes or something like that. Now, our little stars are kind of geared towards for every 20 minutes you read. So that, just kind of think about that. And I would have the kids ask, because I am a firm believer that I never pass up a lemonade stand. And I am also a firm believer that I would always want to do anything and everything I could to encourage a little child. So if it's at all possible, I think people will be really actually happy to do it. And then the other thing that's very exciting is I would like to ask your family to consider maybe keeping 75% of their books for themselves, but then taking, say, 25% and donating them to a good cause, to the Boys and Girls Club, to foster care children, to a homeless shelter that houses children, to your child's classroom. Anything like that at all. This would be a nice little project for you to do to help out your community this summer. And I think that is really special. So you need to include that in when you're talking to people about making pledges. Oh yes, I'll be including some graphics that you can put on your social media to invite your friends and family, let them know that your kids are doing a reading challenge, and ask if they would support you. So I'll have that on our group page. One other thing that I was going to suggest, which I think would be a great thing, is if you could do a video and send that to your friends, put it on your own Facebook of your kids. I think it'd be fun to kind of like. And here I am tuning in with little Johnny, and he is doing a reading challenge group, and he would love to have your pledge and helping him to earn some books of his very own. Now, Johnny, I would like to ask you, why is it that you love reading so much? Now, Johnny, let me just ask you, where is your favorite place in the house or around the house to read? Johnny, how many minutes are you challenging yourself to read? 500 minutes? Why, that's 100 minutes over what the minimum is. This is so exciting. Johnny, I think that you are going to be an awesome reader with some awesome habits by the end. Congratulations. I mean, you could just have so much fun with that. So anyway, of course, I love to do videos, obviously. And so I would encourage you to do one too. And I think that that would be such a fun way to get people to pledge and invest in your kids. Try it. I'm sure that you've noticed that I'm in my pajamas. Well, I'm in my pajamas because when is the best time to read? If not early in the morning when we've woke up and we're all snuggled in under our blankets. We're all snuggled in. Johnny's here, Kyra's here, Susie's over here, and we're all under the blankets and we're all reading together. Even if your child is 15 and you read to him or her, or you keep a family read aloud, all of those minutes count. And that is what I'm encouraging. Just snuggle time. We always had a read aloud going, and it was some of the most special times when we would be together and I would read. So that is an option for meeting your minute goals. Magazine reading counts. So, newspaper reading, that counts. Encourage your kids to read the news. Encourage them to read what's going on in their community. Bear Grylls hat, because we want to read some exciting adventures. Then, of course, we have our nighttime where Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa reads to the children as they go to bed, reading your Bible. Oh my goodness, what a better way to learn good character, to focus in on the important things in life. Find something that interests your kids, whether it's a chapter book, whether it's a nonfiction book like this, drones. I mean, really, what little boy is not going to want to read a book like this? Little chunks of pieces. Everybody's just super, super, super duper enjoy this. And this is an example of one of our books that's less than $10, $8.99. We're going to be doing activities with like coloring pages, activities with some jokes on our challenge. We're going to have milestone Mondays where you check in and take a selfie picture of a form that shows how many stars are in there. And at the end, I'm going to be giving certificates. I'm going to be doing this summer reading challenge bingo. Read for 30 minutes, read outside in the shade, read while eating lunch, read in a blanket fort. Read, have a reading party with friends. Read aloud with an accent. Oh, yes, we want to read aloud with an accent. Explaining later towards the end about how to collect all of your pledges and then get them to me, and how we will have your kids take their book. I have an electronic big book, and then I have my smaller catalog that you can pick up your very own books that appeal to each one of your children. So I think that is awesome. Thank you so much, and I really, really am looking forward to this month.